Hey guys, welcome to our last Bible study in our series on identity. So we've been going through this series of Bible studies talking about our identity in Christ. And I want to tell you a story today of a time I was on a skateboard trip with a couple of buddies and my wife, and we rented a car. We drove down to Florida for this conference and to do some skateboarding. And then on the way back, we actually got into an accident. So we were driving down the interstate and there was this pickup truck in front of us and they had a recliner chair in it, and the recliner chair fell out and it bounced off the front of our car and went underneath an 18-wheeler right next to us and just got demolished. And it was pretty insane. So we pulled over and, there was a little bit of damage to the car, but it wasn't insane or anything. So we got back on the highway. We kept driving because we were going to drive through the night. And a couple hours later, it was probably like 2 in the morning, my wife and I, we had laid down in the back. We were trying to sleep in the back seat of a Charger, which, I'm 6'3". That's it didn't work out very good. But as we were driving, we had our intern and he was driving the car, and he was going about 80 miles an hour and he hit a deer. And it just pulverized this deer. The whole engine bay of the car, it all got smashed in, and then there was blood and guts and fur, and it was nasty. It was very, very gross. You couldn't use the air conditioning or the heat or any of that because it just smelled like dead, rotting carcass. But somehow the car still drove. So being that we were in the middle of the nowhere, in the middle of the night, we just decided let's just keep going. So we continued to drive, and it was probably about 5 in the morning when we got back to the rental car place. So they weren't open yet. And so we just parked the rental car in front and put the keys in the drop box and left. And I knew that I had not purchased the rental insurance, but I was just hoping maybe the damage isn't so bad or whatever. So later on I get a call and they're like, hey, so obviously the rental car was damaged. It turns out that the car was totaled. So you owe us $35,000 for the rental car. And I was like, I make $1,000 a month, there's no way that I can pay for this car. And I didn't know what to do. I was I couldn't sleep. I was calling my insurance company. I was talking to everybody, trying to figure out how am I gonna pay for this rental car that we just totaled? I don't know how I'm gonna fix this. And it was pretty crazy. I had a friend come to me and he was like, I know of somebody that can cover this for you. And I was like, oh, is it Jesus? No, but really, he came to me and he's like, Visa, if you used a Visa card, Visa insures all of its card holders. And so you can call Visa and they will pay for the rental car. And so I called Visa and it turned out it was true. They said, yep, we insure all of our card holders for rental cars. So because you used a Visa for this rental, then we will pay for the car. And I was just I was blown away, you guys. I had thought I was gonna have to shut Jigsaw down and just get a job and work for 4 years to pay this car off. But I was redeemed. Visa came in and paid my bill, paid my debt, and it was insane, right? Jesus does that for us. In Ephesians chapter 1, verse 7, it says, in him we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins in accordance with the riches of God's grace. So guys, I was guilty of sin, right? I destroyed this car and then just dropped it off, right? I was guilty. I had destroyed the car. I needed to pay for the car. And in our lives, we have sin. All of us have sinned. And because of our sin, we are guilty of death. We are guilty of spending eternity in hell. That's what we deserve because of our sin. But Jesus came and died in our place. He paid the penalty. He forgave us and covered over our sin. He redeemed us. Do you get it? Jesus came and redeemed us and set us free from our sin and from the consequences of our sin. God is so rich in mercy. He is so gracious And he loves you so much that he sent Jesus to die in your place, to pay the penalty for your sin so that you can be free. He redeemed you in that way. So as a disciple of Jesus, you are redeemed. You are paid for. You are set free. You are forgiven. You are redeemed. I want you to know that. Be encouraged by that. And as we finish up our series on identity today, I want to encourage you to go back through this YouTube series, listen to some of the ones maybe that you missed, and just be encouraged. It's so important for you to know your identity in Christ, because it encourages us, it builds us up so that we can go out and live our life. And I want to encourage you also to share this video and this video series with your friends, because who knows, you just might be the person who shares this story of redemption with someone, and that may change their life forever. So I want to encourage you, go back, watch through those videos, and then share this so that someone else might be able to experience that redemption and forgiveness that you have experienced today.